Hey guys, I'm making this video. One video that I really, really didn't want to make, but unfortunately my hand is forced. Joining me is my good friend Blu Genocide, who, as I've long suspected, has no face, and he is a figment of everyone's imagination. But he is here though.
Well, you guys would imagine that somebody sending somebody else into the special stage would at least pack a camera with them. But no, here we are. Thanks, Anthony.
Yeah, but I figured you'd be either you might be a giant bee. That's probably what you wear like on your t-shirt, just to
Oh, yeah.
B for Blu Genocide. All right, but look, we're both here. Unfortunately, it is a somewhat serious situation, though it's maybe not as serious at this stage, but it could get serious, and I'll explain why in a moment. So, remember how my channel went down with all those DCMA takedowns? See, and nothing happened out of that, right? So I thought, okay, maybe it was an algorithm thing, maybe it was done incorrectly, because let's face it, those cartoons that they picked was just it was just really random. Like sure, a wild hair, but why Light's Fantastic or A Feud There Was? It didn't make sense, but whatever. So, I get a phone call from the US. And I'm thinking, oh great, this is probably a scam call, because whenever I see another country show up on my mobile phone, I'm usually a bit weary. It's usually oh hey, you owe Amazon Prime like $100 or or $1,000 or whatever it is. I mean, you've had that before, Blu. Have you? Like some weird
Yeah, but
scammy
it's usually
stuff.
more exotic places. Like randomly Russia or Hungary. Not usually the
Or a
US.
hungry Russian. To use a dad joke
Yeah.
right there. Sorry. Well, yeah, they call and say that this is their response, which yeah, it's like, oh, all right, let's have a chat, and yes, I did actually ask for a paper trail email, because obviously anyone can just call and say, hey, they're from Warner Brothers Legal, which in this case it is. Um, all right, so basically, I was wrong. This was not an algorithm thing. They actually did send those DCMA strikes. So as they explained it to me, they watched a whole bunch of my videos and came to the conclusion that they do not feel it's fair use. I respectfully disagree, and Boo and I will chat about that in a moment. But they've looked at it, they've reviewed it. Nah, not on. So, and literally their only objection is showing the whole cartoon. Like they don't have a problem with what me and my guests are saying in terms of analyzing these cartoons. And she even said to me that they even learned a thing or two. So, yay, I guess. But they so as we've agreed, I have to unfortunately take down all the copyrighted commentaries. So I can leave the public domain stuff up, and I did specifically ask. I said, look, some are in the public domain, and you will see those. Is there going to be a problem about that? And she said basically, while she can't confirm what's in or not in the public domain, and that's fair. I don't expect her to know that. As long as you've confirmed it's public domain, that's a different story. So those ones will stay up. So you guys can watch. What's a good public domain one, Blu? What's a really good one? That's
Uh
Daffy the Commando.
got I'm bad with names. Fresh Hair, that's always the one I go to.
There we go. So if you want to watch Fresh Air on a constant loop to your heart's content, well, go right at it. I mean, it only helps me out, right, with the analytics. So, so those will stay up. I mean, year in review videos, they stay up. Like I said, literally the only objection is showing a cartoon from start to finish. That's it. And I've got about a week to 10 days to do that, as we've agreed. We've spoken about that, and it's all in writing. So now you're probably thinking, okay, why can't I challenge this? Because, as I said before, it's in my opinion that it is fair use, because I talk over the whole cartoon. I've obstructed the cartoon. Maybe I could have done more. Okay, I can acknowledge that, but I have obstructed it, so no one can repurpose the footage, right? But the thing is, they're the copyright holder. They call the shots, and for me to challenge all of this, it'll involve a lot of things. And first of all, I'm in Australia, right? So I would have to hire some sort of a copyright lawyer in America. And my phone book's filled with a lot of those. I mean, same as Blues. I mean, you ran out of phone memory, didn't you? With all those copyright lawyers you've got in your back pocket, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Cartoons are all copyright lawyers watch.
that's exactly right. So there is that, okay? But let's say I do get one, and one that's willing to take on this case, because I could very well pay money to a copyright lawyer, explain the situation. They might turn around and say, yeah, your chances of winning are minimal. I don't want to take this case, or whatever the case may be. But let's say I get one. That Warner's can still send more DCMA strikes, right? In the meantime, so my channel goes down. I could challenge those, but then they put the proceeding in court anyway. So the channel will go down. It's not going to be up. And for what? And then they got teams of lawyers, I would imagine. And what's going to happen? They're just going to drag it out. Drag it out. And even if all of you were to donate money to some GoFundMe, which I'm not, I don't want money, okay? I want to stress that. Don't start a charity drive for me and Blue or anything. And if you do, don't worry about Blue. Give me all the money, No, I kid.
I was
No
gonna, I was, I was gonna say, like, you can send us money for other things, but not that.
That's right. Exactly right, because I'm just not going to hire a lawyer, full stop. If there's a law firm that wants to do it completely for free, be my guest. But even then, they'll still take down the channel. And now they didn't specifically say, oh, they will issue more DCMA strikes, but they will. Okay, if I ignore this request, they're going to do this. That's their strategy. They're going to do this. They also know that chances are I'm not going to get a lawyer and challenge all of this, because they feel they have a case, because they've got teams of lawyers. They've come up with their legal opinion, and that's that. This is their legal opinion that they're saying it's not fair use. I'm saying it is, but whatever. So there's no point.
Can I add my point to this?
You can indeed.
I personally think this is a load. I'm not swearing, but first of all, to everybody who's curious about the process, right? We have gotten every single one of our copyrighted videos cleared by Warner Brothers.
Yeah, WBTV specifically.
Well, WBTV specifically, but Warner Brothers have looked at our content, said it was all right, and approved them. In fact,
that's right.
Just yesterday, when I uploaded the first commentary back for my channel, they had cleared all three of the ones that I released that day.
Same with me.
They were still clearing them out.
And I will even point out, they even cleared one video, Rabbit Rhapsody. I actually put Rabbit Rhapsody and Cat Concerto in the same video for the sole purpose of comparison. There was a reason I did it. They cleared that even. So, yeah.
But Anthony, you talked to them about that, and you should tell everybody their response.
Their response is basically, I mean, I'm trying to put it in the simplest way possible. It's pretty much like an I don't care thing. Look, I've worked for a big corporation before doing insurance claims, and this is how I know what the game is when it comes to lawyers, because I've spoken with a lot of lawyers in that field, and I know what it's like. Okay, in big corporations, they don't talk to each other. Like, I'm surprised society functions as it does, and how any company is even still standing, because of just how messed up the different departments are. No one talks to each other. In fact, I'm sympathetic towards even Jerry Beck, for example, when he says stuff like, I'm trying to get these things released, but there's a million different departments that are all doing different things. There's no consistency at all. So in our case, you've got someone at Warner Brothers TV who is looking at these, all right? So you upload a video, and you can do it yourself. Find a copyrighted cartoon, right? Anything past 1943 will do. Upload it yourself. Keep it on private. Upload it. You'll see what happens. It'll say a copyright holder has claimed some of your content, and no one can see your video at all except for you. You can then challenge it. So we do. We tell them, hey, We talk throughout it. It's educational video, blah, blah, blah. And with us, within 24 hours, they get cleared. So it's either someone at WBTV either agrees with us, which is inconsistent with what the legal team think, or they're just incompetent. And all they're doing is just ticking boxes, and it's just some person from being paid $1 a day in a third world country or something, just ticking these things off, which could happen, but I don't know.
Yeah.
So,
but the other part I want to bring up is, you just got your channel back, right? You had like 35 strikes in that ballpark.
yeah, about 35. Yeah.
You appealed them all, cleared all of them.
Yep.
And brought the channel back, and now they decided to call.
Yeah. I think I think the what their argument there is, and they haven't told me specifically, but I'm just guessing, but it's probably they got so many of these different cases going on, and that it's only taken till now to reach up to me. And you might say, oh, that's their problem, but again, they sure they've issued 36 strikes. That now they can just pick other videos that they didn't strike before and just do it all over again. So they could continually do this, and if and effectively bully me in that sense.
Yeah,
and I'm not saying they are bullying me if you're watching this, but it feels like it.
It does feel like that, and I just want everybody to know that personally, I think this is a load.
Yeah,
I want to also clear up the fact that as of right now, as we're recording this, nothing has happened to my channel yet. But it's only a matter of time, and I don't want to grow to be like in the thousands like Anthony, and suddenly have them coming after me too. It just doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. What if you have all the Tom and Jerry shorts? Let's just say you do all of them, and they see, this channel's got all the Tom and Jerry shorts here. Nope, we don't want the whole cartoon being played. DCMA. Done.
Yeah.
And they are the copyright holders, so they're not. So they are within their rights to issue the DCMA if they're not happy. But again, this is all about opinion, about fair use, because fair use does not have a proper legal definition like that's rock solid. It's all based on opinion. They've got guidelines, and one of which is if you put your thing next to the original thing, can people confuse the two? My argument's no. Their argument it can. So I don't know.
And that's the thing too.
Yeah.
That's the thing too. If Anthony did go and fight this, like, it could be a bad thing for fair use because he's one guy going up against a major corporation like Warner Brothers.
Yep.
So chances are it would just make things worse.
Exactly, and it might bring attention to other channels, like yours, Blu, Trevor Thompson's channel, and among others, And
it's just better to redo our way we do things now instead of waiting for it to become an even bigger problem.
Exactly.
And somebody could say, I'm sorry to interrupt you again, Anthony, but somebody could also say, and I've had this already, where somebody was like, well, just don't bother with the Warner Brothers stuff and go to Disney, or like the Fleischer stuff or something like that. And it's like, well, that could solve the problem for right now. It's only a matter of time until we get the same situation, especially from Disney.
Exactly. Yeah. And if you think Warner's they've got a legal team, I can assure you, Disney they've probably got a whole building of lawyers in comparison. Probably like one floor's for 20th Century Fox and one floor's for.
Oh yeah, probably. And I also will say, from experience, from doing the one Goofy short, which is weird because the Mickeys I did, I don't remember a single one of them. I'm sure they did, but they didn't get caught as much. Quite a few of them just passed by, and I never had to worry about them being blocked. I don't know why that is, but I know for a fact that when I did the Goofy one, I did how to play football when I was starting out. That one took like a month to clear.
Yeah. And I think it's just too. Honestly, I think right now it's just too much hassle. It really is. It is a lot more hassle than what it's worth. You know, if I was to do commentary tracks, it will have to be in a different format. But we're going to discuss in a moment anyway, moving forward for both our channels when it comes to this sort of content. But I will say this: it's obviously not a good look for Warner's, and what I'm about to state, I have to state in case their legal team is watching this. This is completely my opinion. What I'm about to state, I'm sure Blue will state his own opinion, of course, but I see this as a bad look for Warner's. Me providing educational tracks on these cartoons was, I feel, a good thing. It promoted the cartoons. People were learning stuff. You know, education. I think people need to learn about where we've come from. You know, with maybe some of the more racially charged stuff, or even just learning about the weird little bits and pieces that are completely from a different, from time capsule, really. And I was even promoting their own product. You know, I was actually telling people on each track where you can legally watch the original, whether it's a DVD or Blu-ray set or HBO Max. So I see this as a missed opportunity by Warner's. They should have maybe said, okay, he's not doing some stupid remix, making Bugs Bunny smoke pot. And yes, I know that cartoon, Blue. I know we had a look at that one, but it's not like I'm doing something that's completely a useless mashup. I'm doing something that I felt that people could both enjoy and learn, But it is what it is. I thoroughly disagree. I see it as a missed opportunity. They don't see it that way, and that's that. I mean, did you have any personal statement you wanted to say, Blue?
Yeah, I was way too nice to Space Jam 2 when we did the video on that. No.
Yeah.
No, they haven't gone after me yet, but I've seen what you've gone through in the last month or so, and I want to add that, all we were doing was helping. There was nothing about what we were doing that was harming them in any way. And if you honestly think that somehow Anthony's channel was removing revenue from Warner Brothers in some way, well, we constantly get harassment about just show the cartoon.
Oh, yeah.
Just play the cartoon. Don't talk, We can't do that. We apparently can't even talk over it.
Yep. And you know what? I'm looking at that. This is going to be that one silver lining, isn't it? With the retool of the channels moving forward, which we'll discuss in a sec. I'm not going to get any people complaining, and of course they'll probably still complain on the public domain stuff. But at least I can say, dumbass, this is a public domain short. Why did you pick the one that says commentary? But anyway, that's another thing entirely. But again, guys, don't go on any vendettas or anything. Don't call this more attention to Warner's about this than it already needs to. We don't need them. We don't want to piss them off, that they're going to then target other people who are doing fair use stuff, but then they're going to say, oh, you can't even use this 5 seconds of footage of Bugs Bunny, Just drop it. Leave it. If you want to send me money, it'll be for other things. I'm not going to hire a lawyer. What's done is done. Let's move to the future. What say you, Blue? Are you in agreement with that?
I think that, you know what? We were just helping them. They don't want this. Fine. I'm more excited about what we have planned for the future now.
That's right. And it's going to be hardcore nudity. No, sorry, I have to slip a Simpsons gag in there. No. It'll just be plain nudity. Now, none of this is actually set in stone. I'm still open to suggestions. You guys, please put your suggestions, because there might be something that me and Blue are talking here, and we're thinking, and we might read this comment and go, "Whoa, actually, yeah, that's a great idea. We'll record these in our underwear. Great."
I want to surface that immediately, because I know the first response, because I've already gotten this response. And I just want to say that, Well, I've gotten a lot of suggestions to just upload the audio only podcast to the video and then suggest another source to post the full on commentaries. Like a Google Drive or Vimeo or some other source, Daily Motion. And the thing about that is that we as YouTubers both want to grow as content creators. So suggesting that we make a video and suggest in the first 20 seconds that you go and watch it on some other website, it's not really helping our case. Because
exactly.
that will appear negatively. That will really negatively impact our analytics on the channel. And we can't really do that, especially since even if we did put them in a drive, there's no saying that me or Anthony's channel can't be checked in on later by Warner Brothers team and then have them be like, oh, they're just posting the commentary here, take that drive down. Because they have done that. We can't just publicly announce that we're uploading these to a drive to get around it.
Yeah, exactly. And I just think, it's a bit of a tough one because I want to continue the format I'm doing because I thought it was a cool idea to. It's like a nice big challenge. Do all 1,000 Looney Tunes in a row, one day at a time. And maybe call up Guinness World Records in the end or something. But. And I was nearing 500, and I had some great things planned. And there'll still be something for number 500, don't worry. But I actually had some great ideas planned for it, the halfway mark, which was for Easter eggs. But anyway, that's nothing entirely. But there's another one, another thing that I know you're probably thinking that people have suggested. Why not upload the videos, the shorts themselves, but backwards, flipped? Maybe giant words over the middle. One of my favorite YouTubers is Brendan Tenold, and he does all this Godzilla stuff, and Toho seems to always want to flag his stuff, and he can't seem to get rid of it, so he puts these big sentences over the few meaningless bits of footage. It gets flagged for some stupid reason. No, I'm not doing that. Why? First of all, before starting this channel, I did an experiment with the Skull Pumpernickel, which I knew was copyrighted, okay? I uploaded that in many different ways. Flipped, normal first, flipped, even picture-in-picture with me, like covering maybe a quarter of it, like having the cartoon maybe in a small window, different things like that. No, they eventually got caught, and, some did take longer than others, but even if I could slip by, what's to say, in terms of AI, that it's not going to improve to the point where I get all these videos all of a sudden just taken down? No.
I think people are remembering a couple years ago when you could find YouTube movies uploaded in that fashion.
Yeah.
But things have changed, and they're only going to change further, and it's not really something we can keep on YouTube for 5 years or something like that, because they'll just find them eventually. Right? So...
Exactly right. So my ultimate plan is I'm just going to upload 10 seconds of a commentary at a time. So each cartoon is going to have 50 videos, yeah? I'm sure that'll work. Because it won't pick up 10 seconds.
Can we tell the audience what our ideas are now? And we can start with your main idea, your daily content.
See, I've narrowed it down to 2 ideas, okay? And there are definitely pros and cons to both. And I actually like both ideas. So I am sort of, teetering between which one should I do. But there is another idea which Blu will mention in a moment that we can do as an ongoing series. All right, one way to do it, as people have suggested, and this is a fair one, unlike the previous ones where it's no. Basically, okay, record the track as normal. Me and whichever guest, we watch the cartoon, we give our thoughts, and as we always do, I then overlay the cartoon. But for most of the cartoon, at least 85% of it, put just still images. Okay? Just still images relating to the parts we're watching. So if I'm saying something like, oh, this sign says this, I can have a picture of that for a while. You know what I mean? I can do that. And only show animation from the cartoon itself if it's really, really important. I'll give you one example. In book review, there's that one bit where Daffy opens his eyes, just becomes one giant eyeball. I can show that. That's one way to do it. All right. So you still get a commentary like the other videos, but it'll be mostly just still pictures and a few bits of animation poking through. Okay. So that's one idea. The other idea is just change the entire format. Okay. And just do reviews. That's it. So it'll be something like, and this is not a finalized format. You guys can, if you like this idea, let me know what I should cover. I'm thinking stuff like this. Okay. I maybe have the title card showing whether it's original or recreated, like if it's been rediscovered or whatever. Put that in the beginning. Talk about the short itself, where I go through the credits, who's credited, uncredited, basic synopsis, and all the trivia, my thoughts, maybe a ranking out of 10, I don't know. But these can be like these nice little bite-sized 4 to 5 minute videos where I cover every single cartoon in that way. The big disadvantage of that is me having to go back over every single video that's not in the public domain and redoing it.
Okay? Now, here's my argument. I want to make an argument here.
Yeah, please do.
Regardless of which method Anthony picks of the two, he's going to have to go and redo them anyways.
Exactly.
I feel that, well, first of all, I just want to state my opinion, and that is I really like the review idea. I think that as somebody who watches Anthony's content just as he watches mine, I really feel...
I kid. I love your content. Yeah. I like Sonic as well, by the way. I like games too, so... But, go on.
I feel that as a viewer, I would really like to see more from like the new look at the old cartoons, because it's been a year since he looked at like Bosco the Talking Kid, obviously, or any of those, right? Going back and talking about like what your opinion is, maybe some of the trivia that you learned from comments from this past year, adding them to it. And, Austin's here now. He wasn't around until like around 1938 when you started doing those.
Yeah.
1938 videos or something like that. Same with me. There's a lot of potential there. And I'm not suggesting we get rid of the commentaries that we've done or even stop doing them, because I'll explain in a minute what my idea is. We'll get back to that. So you're not losing anything. It just will take a while for the commentaries to come back, and it'll be a more visually entertaining thing, because if it's a 4 or 5 minute video on an 8-minute cartoon with animation chopped from the video to talk about it, then Warner can't do a thing about it, because that is definitely fair use, and they can't object to that. They just can't.
Exactly. Worst case scenario with those, like the automatic algorithm might ping something initially, which sometimes does happen. Even if you only have 10 seconds, it'll ping it. But that's bound to get cleared. I'd be very, very surprised. The rule of thumb I've found when editing is that if it's over about 40 seconds to about a minute, that's like the sweet spot. If you have more than that, then it most likely will get caught out. But then again, there's like 1 or 2 random cartoons where no matter how much you have, it'll just get pinged like within 2 seconds. Dangerous Dan McPhoo does that for some weird reason. I don't know why that one gets picked up so quickly. It's not even that remarkable, but anyway. But maybe I'm going to blame Jerry Beck because he was on that commentary. So you know what? I'll blame him. I'm going to blame someone. No, I kid.
All right. Now, should I suggest my idea?
Nah. Okay. Bye, everyone. No, go ahead. Go ahead. All right. It's actually quite good. I'm actually really interested.
This is supplemental to the reviews. So you'd be getting the reviews regularly, as much as Anthony can do. Obviously he's going to need a little bit to get started again, but whatever. Every Saturday on both of our channels, so like a Saturday morning type thing, I could re-edit the commentaries in a fun, unique way and bundle them together. So a half an hour on Anthony's channel, a half an hour on mine. since technically we're a day apart, so technically my Saturday is his Sunday, we haven't really decided how we're going to work that, if we're going to just do it so that it comes out on Friday on his channel and Saturday on mine, or like what we're going to do. But the idea is that we put 4 random cartoons. So 1 Mickey Mouse from my Mickey Mouse videos, 1 Looney Tunes from the backlog that Anthony has, 1 Tom and Jerry, and then maybe just a completely new one. Maybe that could be anything. Kind of just to make it interesting so that you guys not only just get the same videos rehashed with you just without any cartoon in it, but I can also make it more interesting by adding visual flair to it. And because it's a longer format and, it's not every day, I can have more freedom to make them more interesting. So I would be editing them for both Anthony and me. So the idea is that when you're done with one half, you can go on and watch the other one. And the benefit of this is that we still get the analytics, because we assume that even if you don't like one of those 4 cartoons that week, because you know what, there may be like one just meh cartoon in there. We can't just make them like all like a Wild Hare, Rhapsody Rabbit, Puss Gets the, or we can't just put all the good ones into one.
Like going to heaven on a mule.
But even like a couple of those, like even if 2 of them are really good and everybody watches those, that's really good for analytics, because YouTube does like longer attention retention. That's just how it works.
Yeah.
So exactly. I think that this is a good way to go about it. And it's not just us re-uploading the same videos to you guys. You still get your daily dose of Anthony. You still get my gaming content. It's just that every Saturday you have something to look forward to in the morning.
And also, me and Blue are looking at expanding and doing other stuff as well. Like we've been discussing for a while to cover every single Disney feature animated film. Where for that, I totally get the whole. No, you can't play the whole movie from start to finish, because that's not
that was never the idea. We were never going to try that.
No, and not just because you'll get blocked instantly, but the fact of the matter is, my argument for fair use was always, okay, with shorts, it's trickier because they're shorts. With long films, you select different scenes and different stuff, that's fair use. Whereas playing the whole thing might not be. So those ones will be done as podcasts, where you just watch the movie. And let's face it, just about everyone's got Disney Plus. And even if not, the films are so easy to find.
You should get it.
The other problem, going back to the idea, I want to just do audio only for the commentaries. Well, what do I do with stuff like Buddy the Gob? Or not that anyone wanted to see Buddy anyway, but the point is, for those who are interested in the really obscure stuff or the really racial stuff, just for history lesson and stuff, you can't get it legally. You can't watch it legally. Whereas with Disney, you can. So that can work. Every film of theirs is available in some way.
Yeah, even Song of the South. People like to pretend it's not, but there is releases of it.
Yep. It was legally released, Laserdisc in Japan, and that seems to be the one
There's a Japanese DVD release too.
Oh wow! So it exists, people. It exists. So just to make sure this is not too long, as it's already about half an hour. So honestly, guys, we may be down, but we're not out. In fact, you know what? This is nowhere near a knockout. This is just, whatever. Disappointing. And I will say this, because I've got a week to 10 days to take down the videos, I'm releasing the rest of 1946. So you've got a week to watch them. A week to 10 days to watch them. And before I remove them. So I thought, as a gift to you. And it may be a little while before I get back in the groove of things, because I do want to build a stockpile of these videos. I'm also going to move the 1945 Year in Review back to the main channel. Don't worry about the extra content channel anymore. That idea is now, there's no point to it anymore. So that can go back, and I'm going to do that fairly soon. I'll just re-upload it, and there's even a Simpsons video coming out as well, where I'll talk Simpsons with Manny Cruz. So there's going to be exciting things. You know, also part 4 of the first 250 Looney Tunes. There's still great content coming. It's just I got to retool the daily stuff. That's it.
Yeah. And please let us know in the comments, both because this is being uploaded to both mine and Anthony's channel. Please let us know about what you think of our ideas. I'm kind of really excited about my Saturday morning idea. I really think that's a fun idea, and I really would like to hear you guys' opinions on that.
Yeah. I would love to hear just any idea, but we've explained the few ideas where it's like, no. And I know that there's probably going to be a comment that will come through before, you know, that some people like to type comments without watching the whole thing before they realize, oh, okay, they did address that. Look, if someone writes a comment like that, don't harass them, okay? At least they're trying to be helpful. So just let's keep this constructive, you know? If you want to see more of me, and more of Blue, I mean, I know you're seeing just a big B now, but, you know, we'll... at least on my channel, Blue will probably end up overlaying
on my channel. You guys will see me right now,
and and he'll probably end up drawing one of those fake mustaches like in Daffy Doodles on me. So whenever I move, I've got like a, big.
Now you're lucky because we have to get this video out real soon. I don't have time to do that.
That's right, but I did grow a beard. I figured I'd keep the beard. Well, not even a beard. You probably you've got the lumberjack thing going. I think on your end, but me. I just want to look more weary, like, please. No. Honestly, guys, this is just a new chapter.
Despite Anthony's shirt, this isn't all.
Yep, that's all, folks. Not really. That's not all, folks. Maybe I'll put the thing in.
Maybe can I tell everybody the behind the scenes a little bit?
Well, if you want to.
Anthony was originally wearing a green shirt, a very nice Monsters, Inc. shirt. But then he had the idea that somebody could easily edit that shirt into something else.
Yep.
And he was like, it's whatever. And I was like, well, what if somebody edits Anthony to be wearing one of those anime girl hoodies? And you guys know which one I'm talking about. And then he immediately went and got changed. And then I saw that shirt and I was immediately like, well, that's kind of depressing.
But he also learned as I was walking back that, yes, I do wear pants in recording this stuff, okay? Like, unlike what you probably seen with people working from home and during the pandemic. So, but we'll wrap it up.
He did, in fact, have pants on.
Yes. I wear pants. I like to be comfortable. So, thanks for watching, guys. That's not all, folks. But watch the remaining videos. They'll go down in a week. Have fun with them, comment away, and I'll see you all next time, and I'm sure Blue will too.
See ya. Have a good one, guys. See ya.